With the new year comes new laws, and one taking effect here in California will change how officers are seen in public. It bans face coverings like ski masks. This comes as immigration enforcement efforts are ramping up, including operation we've seen here locally. CBS 8's Esmeralda Perez joins us now in studio with what this law is designed to do and who would have to follow it. Esmeralda.
Well, Steve, that's right. Senate Bill 627 would mean that starting January 1st, local and federal law enforcement in California would not be allowed to wear a mask while performing their duties. No more face mask on the job for local and federal law enforcement starting January 1st. Exemptions include SWAT teams, approved undercover assignments, and masks worn for protection against bad weather. State Senator Scott Wiener, who authored the bill, notes it's about safety for both officers and the public and increasing confidence and trust in law enforcement.
When law enforcement wears ski masks in communities, that terrorizes communities. It reduces trust in law enforcement. It makes people afraid of law enforcement.
But the Department of Homeland Security is pushing back, saying it's an attempt to endanger officers. In a statement, Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin says in part, quote, "Make no mistake, this type of rhetoric is contributing to the surge in assaults of officers through the repeated vilification and demonization."
The Trump administration at first just told federal agents that they could ignore the law, which is really irresponsible, because if these agents ignore the law, they could be criminally or civilly liable.
The law is already facing legal challenges. Wiener says the Trump administration filed a lawsuit claiming California lacked the authority to pass it.
We believe we do have the authority to make sure that communities know who is policing them. And so the courts will sort it out.
Legal analyst Dan Eaton weighed in on what it could mean if this law is violated.
The San Francisco District Attorney's Office has suggested that office may well consider prosecuting federal law enforcement officers who violate this law starting January 1st.
And by July 1st, any law enforcement agency operating in California must maintain and publicly post a written policy limiting the use of facial coverings. Now, to read DHS full statement, just visit the online version of this story at cbs8.com. Back to you.